Never gonna feel ready, I'll tell you that right now. You will never feel ready enough. It will never be the right time. There will just come a point where you realize that you're not happy and you can't do this anymore. Hey guys, welcome. My name is Melissa from thepurposecoaching.com, and today we're going to talk about how you want to quit your job so badly, but maybe you're not ready, or you're scared, or you're afraid. I did this. I have some things to share about you about what happened when I did it. So if you want to hear those, then keep on watching. Okay, so first, I did quit my job. I will link the other videos below about what happened, but the short story is, at first it was great because I did make a lot of more money afterwards, but then eventually my poor habits and my negative mentality set in, and that made me go from up here making the most I had ever made to like making nothing almost. So that was a big lesson. And it's not to say that was going to happen to you, but while you're complaining right now about your job and you don't like it, there are some things you should know. So first thing you should know is it's not all it's cracked up to be. You have to know you. You have to know the kind of person you are. I'm someone that I thrive on outer expectations. I like to work in a team. I don't like to let people down. Even if I have like 100 things to do, if someone comes in and says, I need your help, I need you to do this for me, I will probably help them first. It's not a great trait of mine. Sometimes it is, and I'm working on it, but that's how I am. So when I was left to my own devices and on my own, it was challenging. It was challenging putting my stuff first and keeping my promises to me and keeping my schedule. So you have to know what works best for you. Eventually, I ended up hiring a coach. That helps because now I was meeting someone, outer expectations and being held accountable. So you have to know the kind of person you are. Are you gonna thrive being on your own? Or are you going to sink because you're not that kind of person yet? You have to be realistic. Also, it's important to remember that this job, though you hate it, it may be serving you in some way. We are who we surround ourselves with. So if right now you have the opportunity to learn from someone that's at a higher level than you, absolutely take advantage of it. Be there, learn from them, absorb, soak everything in. But once you've got to a point where you're not learning anything anymore, you're not growing anymore, then yeah, maybe it's time to leave because you won't be happy there. Ultimately, what I learned from someone that quit her job, had success, had failures, was I don't regret my decision at all because I know that I'm still happier like this than I was working for someone else. If you're gonna go on your own, you have to constantly be working on yourself. You have to constantly be improving yourself. Self-care every day. If you're gonna go off on your own, that is the most important thing I would say is really now if all that money that you're not going to be making, like giving to someone else or the pay raise or whatever, that has to go into you now. You are the best investment you will ever make. It's almost like the hard work just triples after working for someone else because you have to work on yourself, your self-care. You have to work on your business, and then you have to wear all these hats. So it's definitely not easier, but you will be happier. It's a lot more fulfilling, especially now with all the opportunities we have. It's definitely something you could do, but you have to have a schedule. You have to keep to it. And like I said, those habits, that's probably the most important thing is establish your habits that you're going to need when you work and go off on your own. The last thing I want to leave you guys with is, I know you're scared, and ultimately you're going to quit when you want to, when you're good and ready, or when something happens, and you're never going to feel ready. I'll tell you that right now. You will never feel ready enough. It will never be the right time. There will just come a point where you realize that you're not happy and you can't do this anymore. And the pain of possibly failing and making a fool of yourself and losing money and all the stuff that comes with the risk of going off on your own, that pain will be less than what you're feeling. And that's when you'll choose that pain. So often life choices are not as simple as black and white. Sometimes they're just, which problem would you rather have? Would you rather have the problem you have now working for someone that maybe you don't enjoy working for them, or you're not happy there, or you're not appreciated there, you don't make enough money there? Or would you rather have the problem of all the potential things I just mentioned? Failing, you going into a depression because of the pressure, you just, it's not as good as you think it is, or just being hard, just you having 3 times more work than you ever had working for someone. Up to you. But again, if it's between you being happy, if it's between you being fulfilled, only you will know. So you will make this decision whenever you're ready, whenever you feel that it's the right time. You guys have my full support. I'll put my Instagram, but you can always DM me if you have any doubts or just need someone to talk to and vent with. I'm here for you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you heard, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and comment below, what is your dream job?